So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Good morning and welcome to the River Cree Casino in Enoch, Alberta for Curling Alberta coverage of the 2023 Boston Pizza Cup. Live stream coverage provided by Curling Stadium. We have the semi-final action here between Team Cree and Team Sluchinski this morning. My name is Jeff Hofford. I'm joined by special guest in the booth this morning, the lead from Team Gushu, Jeff Walker. Jeff, welcome to the booth.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Hoff. Excited to be here.
So we have semi-final action here. Team Sluchinski made their way here through the 3-4 game. They were able to take down Team Sturmey last night, and Team Kui in a battle against Team Botcher, which we showed on this. They had a good game, but Team Botcher got the best of them with a big 3-ball in the 6th end. So there you see the teams. Jeff, what do you think the keys to this game are for Team Sluchinski and Team Kui?
Well, I think both of them, obviously, they want to get off to a good start. That's going to be key. You can see Sluchinski threw the guard right away, so they want to get after it and maybe get a couple misses out of Team Kui early. For Team Kui, it's just just try to do their thing. They're such a good team. If they can, they can do what they do best. They're gonna be able to dictate. They have hammer to start the game, so they want to get off to a good start. Make sure they score.
Yeah, they were awarded hammer through their record as the B qualifier. So the pregame practice didn't have a last stone draw, but hammer to start this game I think is going to be huge because it should be a close game. I see this one coming down to the end, so that hammer is going to matter later on.
Yeah, for sure. In today's game, the hammer is just so important. Getting off to a good start. Whenever you can have the lead early on and dictate the play, it makes the game a lot easier playing with the lead than playing from behind.
So we have action here in this first end. There's a couple of Team Sluchinski stones along the center line. Kark Martin's first offering ended up in the back button. He'll attempt to put one, I think, right on top of it here. The lineup for Team Kui: lead Kark Martin, second Brad Thiessen. The third is Tyler Tardy, and skip is Kevin Kui.
Line's good. Line's good. Whoa. Curl if you can. Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Maybe a foot light, but that's pretty good. Forward.
Aaron's going to throw a board waiter here and try to remove that top 4 stone.
Clean. Yep.
Ted Appelman.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Outturn board weight.
Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Looks like he's just a little quiet on that one. Those ones early in the game down the middle, they're not worked in practice as much, and it can be a little fresh. And it looks like it was just a little bit light, and it caught a little bit of curl.
Yeah, we found in the game last night when they didn't draw for hammer that the ice was a little fresher early in the game. There just wasn't as much sweeping going on in the practice as there would be if they were drawing for hammer. So it just takes maybe a little longer in the first end for the ice to get worked in.
14 and a half.
So the lineup for Team Sluchinski is Dylan Webster at lead. Then we have Ted Appleman playing second. He's also manning the house when Aaron goes to throw. And then Jeremy Hardy at third, and Aaron Sluchinski's the skip. Pretty good situation here for Team Cooey, as that over curl resulted in a corner guard that they can use. Brad's being asked to draw around.
Pretty good start here for Team Cooey. Aaron's got some work to do to try to get the force here.
I don't know if he can make a couple go away by using his own stone there. I think he can. I think there's a double available.
Yeah, he has a couple options here. It's probably lined up that just being off by about an inch, he'll probably catch the back one. I think he's trying to remove the ones in the forefoot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Almost got them all. Nice throw there from Ted. House
Ted
looks a little better than it did before, but it's still advantage Team Cooey here.
Yeah, he's going to look for a hit and roll to the other side of the 8-foot. Try to spread those rocks out. He might actually be playing the hit and roll under. I can't quite tell from my vantage point, but
Good board.
Yeah, solid board.
he's throwing board, so he's likely rolling away here.
I think that's the wise play. You want to separate those. It's too early to group them.
It looks quiet.
Overrolled under, which may have left the opportunity for a double. I don't think it's easy, but it could be there.
Yeah, this will be another instance where it could be a little fresh out here and could catch a little curl. So he doesn't want to underthrow this. These shots in the first end, these board weight hack waiters, these ones are always a little bit tough, and you really got to be aware as a sweeper to be close and keeping that rock clean.
Yeah, I think that was a good weight choice change from Aaron in the house there. He changed it, started with control and then moved it up to normal. Just giving your point there, Jeff.
Hard, right up. Hard.
And we see it's curling.
Hard. 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 Good throw.
Just a slight over curl and misses the back one.
I got edge.
So it's shot stone for Team Cooey at the back of the house.
Face, if you know it. Yeah, I like it.
What do you like here, Jeff?
Cooey doesn't have to play this, but the trouble is if you try to go open side, you're probably going to leave a double. It's hard. There's only about a foot area you could put this without leaving a double. You'd have to be back side 8. So he's going to play the chase and worst case, maybe get a blank out of it.
Yeah, by hitting this, it certainly does leave the blank available to him, which is not a bad play here in the first end. He'll take the easy deuce later, though, if it presents itself.
Solid hack.
Whoa, hack. Whoa. Yep.
Coming down to just hack.
Hard.
Same hack, but it looks like it might be a little bit light.
Hard, Brad. Hard to it. Yep. Straight.
It's a pretty good shot. Aaron's got a decision. He's going to either play the run or, yeah, it looks like he's going to play the run double here.
That was a great sweep there from Brad Thiessen. That was certainly down weight, and once it started to go, you could see Brad just working that stone and getting it past the guard. One of the better front ends in the game on Team Cooey.
Yep. Whoa. Straight.
It's a real good try there.
A little unlucky at the back. Almost a dead jam. With that kind of weight, you have to hit that just the wrong way to leave that yellow around. Unfortunate. Nice throw there from Jeremy Hardy.
Good opportunity here for Teams Cooey for the deuce here if they can make a good one here. It's going to be there's not going to be a double, so he's going to have to make probably a freeze to shrink the scoring area.
You don't want this any deeper than top 8.
Hard line.
Gotta go wait.
He's going to play this top 8. It looks like it could be a little light. Again, down the middle, a new path here. Path that never really got worked in, probably during practice.
Need this in the ring because it's not going to make it. 10 feet light there with sweeping.
He's gonna freeze and wait.
Yeah, I think maybe the spot fooled them, or just a little underthrown potentially.
Yeah.
Early mistake from Tyler Tardy.
Maybe just keep rolling.
Because that rock's at the back of the 8, Cooey's still going to have a chance at Skip's deuce here, because Aaron's going to roll this under the guard. Cooey's going to come down and play the draw to the top 4, try to bury one. There's not really a good spot here that Aaron could roll this.
Yeah, really, he could roll away and try to bait him into taking the blank. Rolling under almost makes the come around a little easier, but it could lead to a force with a miss, so yeah.
Wait, slow down.
Hard. Whoa, whoa. Curl.
Quite get it under cover, but as you mentioned, Jeff, I don't know if that matters. I think you might see a come around here. It depends what they want to get out of this first end. Do they want to risk getting forced, or doesn't look like it? I think they're happy with the blank.
I actually think that was probably the best spot he could have rolled this.
Yeah, I think so too.
It makes Cooey play the hit and flop. He's going now for the blank. If it was over a little bit, you would have saw him draw, but it's hard to outdraw that right now, and you don't really need to take the chance. Again, Cooey can dictate the play here.
Forward. Yeah, low press. Yeah. For high.
Kevin Cooey's first in the first end here in the
Almost forward.
semifinal match.
Lean.
Forward.
Yep. Lean. Yep. Forward. One down. We're down.
This is curling really.
Yep. Whoa.
He got half of that guard.
That was,
Did that just
I think, a little light and a little tight. Oh, they're saying it might have picked.
Yeah.
You
Even get half under.
rarely
Like,
see a stone
cover
over
half
curl
of
by
that.
that much, especially given that they were trying to roll away. That likely caught something.
Yeah, 100%. That's Cooey's out turn. That's his bread and butter. Like I said, early in the game, you can get some funny little paths that just haven't been worked in yet. Caught a little bit of fresh pebble, but it did seem to really, the weight really came out of that. So I wouldn't be shocked if that one grabbed something. Well, the force is on here now for Aaron.
Yeah, that's well, when 2 misses happen in a row like that, like just happened for Team Cooey, it's a bit of a gift if your team's Sluchinski right now. So see if they can take advantage, put this in a good spot, and make the draw a little tougher for Kevin.
Wait good.
Just drop forward.
We're all there in our seat. Backward. Spin it. Backward. We're frozen.
No.
Sliding.
Yeah, right. Can't hear anything before those shots, guys. Yeah, I know.
It's deeper than they wanted, and this yields a blank attempt here from Team Cooey. If they could have put that somewhere and just biting the top 4, we probably would have seen a draw against those 2 stones to a pretty small scoring zone. So
Yeah, anywhere in front of the tee line, he's not taking this on.
no, this is pretty routine out turn for Kevin Cooey here for the blank. A couple of gifts back and forth here in the first end.
Yep.
Get him up right away out of his hand. And routine. So after a bit of a back and forth, a couple of misses in the first end, blank goes on the board. We'll be back for the second end right after this.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Doesn't matter if you're just learning how to play.
Or competing at the top level of the game.
We'll go for fun.
And Gold Line gear?
This is for everyone.
These shoes are more comfortable than ever.
These are stable.
These make me slide straight.
These make me slide fast.
The new impact head maximizes performance.
And can we talk about grip zone technology?
Because it's on the brooms and the gloves.
Beginner or pro, they got something for you.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line. It's a Gold Line.
And it's the choice of champions.
Play Curling Alberta's 50-50. Support grassroots curling and win big with daily draws and the Brier Final Mega Jackpot, now over $100,000 and growing. Please play responsibly.
Welcome back to the River Cree Casino semi-final action in the 2023 Boston Pizza Men's Provincial Championship. So blank goes on the board in the first end, but it might not be the blank that you would expect just by looking at the line score. There was a lot of rocks in play in that end. Jeff, what do you think caused some of those misses there in the first end? It was a sloppier first end than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was just the fresh paths. The big thing is these teams, because they didn't have to draw for hammer, they should have been able to work a little bit more of the sheet. They have a 9-minute practice, so it's sort of a little bit surprising. They both obviously had chances. Cooey looked like he was going to get a deuce early, and then it looked like the force was on. So I think Aaron and Team Sluchinski will be a little disappointed they didn't get the force there, and they let Cooey off the hook.
Well, and likewise at third stones, Tyler Tardy having the chance to draw in behind that guard and drops it up a bit short, and just kind of chances back and forth. But we'll see what happens here in the second end if they get it figured out. These teams are so good, I expect they will. So this being the semi-final game, the winner of this game goes on to face the waiting Team Botcher, who has been nothing short of dominant so far in this event. And unfortunately for the loser, their ride's over.
Hair solid.
Whoa, curl.
Waist not bad.
Curl.
Hack. Solid hack.
Hard way to set this one out a little.
Curl.
Shot.
Yeah, he recognized it right away, and they were able to start carving it out of his hand and able to save that shot.
Look normal here. Clean.
I'm not necessarily surprised by the conservative nature of this end.
Yep.
I think it was a little nervous for both teams in that first end, so maybe this is a bit of a reset.
Sweet. Shot. Nice.
Yeah, you're going to see Aaron try to get the blank here again. Actually, force would be okay, but best case scenario for Aaron outside of a steal would be to try to get another blank and try to get the force on in the odd end.
Hair down.
Hair down.
Really hard.
Little down.
You can hear how hard Kark's working there. with another one in the middle that overcurls.
I think it's more weight. It looks like the weights have been a little bit quiet, not throwing the proper weight, and obviously with this much curl, you get that early break.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic this late in an event to have those types of mistakes, and they're not particularly close. They're overcurling by a fair margin. So
yeah, now in their defense, this is the first game where there's only been the one sheet one sheet going at a time. So sometimes the ice can be a little bit different. It might be a little bit sharper pebble this morning, maybe cooler temperature. There's a lot of factors that could play into it.
Yeah, without question.
Mine's perfect. No. Yep. Good shot. Sweet.
Great shot there from Ted Appelman.
Love the chase, hey?
Playing super spare this week for the
first
normal
thought was
second
the
pair
chase.
Drummond.
Yeah. Like almost same weight.
Same weight.
Yeah, you see him wearing the Drummond jacket, and
Yeah, love the same weight.
he definitely, a lot of the obviously Alberta people know Ted Appelman. He's been in this situation a lot and couldn't pick much better of a spare. He's lost a couple finals himself, the Boston Pizza Cup, so he's got a lot of experience. He brings a lot of that experience to Aaron Sluchinski's team. The only difference is he's not used to sweeping a whole lot. He's always, for the most part, been a skip.
A slight undercurl there, but I think the result's not too bad. They removed that stone that's buried, and Team Sluchinski has to basically do exactly the same thing they just did. Third, Jeremy Hardy.
Mine's good. Clean. Similar. Okay, mine's good.
Another guy that used to skip, Jeremy used to skip his own team out of Alberta for quite a few years, joining up with Aaron and trying to put a really solid team together out of the south, the Calgary.
Hard drill. Hard, keep going. Keep going. Great.
Doesn't quite finish enough, leaves the chase available for Team Cooey. And you talk about losing provincial finals. Jeremy had just an unbelievable junior career, but he couldn't get past that junior provincial final. He was one of the best players in the country in junior, and unfortunately couldn't make his way to the national out of Alberta. It's just a tough province to win. It just seems crazy that a player of his caliber could never participate in a national championship at the junior level.
Yeah, and there's a few that are like that. One guy comes to mind is J.D. Lind. I grew up the same age as me, and played against him in junior. He was one of the best players again in the country, world at the junior age, but it just couldn't get out of Alberta. There was so many a lot of good teams, guys like Mark Kennedy and Chris Shilley, Charlie Thomas, and just always you ran into someone that's pretty much just as good as you, and sometimes you don't win those games. You just try to get yourself in them as many times as possible, and hopefully you'll break through. And he's obviously went on to a great coaching career, and now he's back playing a little bit, so it's good to see JD out here.
Yeah, they had a good run with Team Sturmey. They were in the 3-4 game last night against Team Sluchinski.
Curl. Straight.
Right on the beach.
Normal or firm? Firm. Sure.
Love it.
So this end's shaping up to look like a blank again. Double being asked of Tyler Tardy.
Yep. Hard.
Another missed opportunity.
We saw Tyler start the game last night at 100% through the first. I think it was 4 or 5 ends. He was on fire. He did level off a little bit. I think he finished in the high 80s for the game, but he played really well last night. This morning, I think he's just waiting to get his feet under him. talk about storied junior careers.
Yeah, one of the best, if not the best, to ever come out of Canada, and when it comes to junior career.
You got it.
Full 8.
Okay. It's close. Okay. Easy. Right now.
Hold on.
Well, they've through this path and shot a few times, so they should have a pretty good idea of the speed here, and they would love to get this shot buried. Top 8, biting the 4.
Yeah, just 4. Full 4.
Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Hard.
Nice shot. Just hangs forever their hair.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So not quite all the way under. That's the theme of this end. They've thrown that shot a few times
under,
and have yet to fully bury it.
The path is pretty nice now.
Okay.
So I think a hit and roll in front of the other red to try to bring the blank back into play would be ideal execution here from Kevin Cooey.
Yeah, I'd love to roll this right directly in front of the other red stone and make it a little bit difficult for Aaron to remove and not jam. And it would be a very tough shot to roll it into a perfect spot where Cooey wouldn't have a possible double again for the blank.
No, this spot is up to speed now.
It's up to speed now.
Yeah.
Just hack.
Hack! No, it's hack. Hack.
Close.
Hack.
Yep. Whoa.
Hack.
Whoa. Girl. Straight. Girl. Straight. Straight. Whoa. Whoa. No roll.
Yep.
I think that was an audible. I don't think that was the call. I may have missed it, but it's good. It's a great shot.
Yeah, it's a wonderful result. I'm with you. I'm not sure. Well, we heard conflicting calls from Tyler and Kevin on the line call there. One was calling curl, one was calling straight. But they got the most out of it either way.
Yeah, I could be wrong. We might have missed the call, but it also may have moved early and they might have audibled right away. And obviously this is a good result. Aaron's got to put this on a pretty good dime, or Kevin will have something here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of surface area for this one.
Close. Close. You need force foot. Mine's good. Just take a look. Take a look. Mine's good. Mine's good. It can't go deep. Fight for it. Where are we?
Fighting for it. Fighting for it.
Right there. Always Dylan.
Wait, good.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Yep, 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 yep.
Nice shot.
So I think they're sitting 2. I think that does the job. So the margin on that shot was a little bigger than we had anticipated, but pretty hard to do anything for more than 1 here for Team Cooey. Outturn hack waiter for 1 point.
But similar more.
Weight. Whoa. Same weight. Whoa. Lean. Same, maybe. Lean. Hair less. Lean. Same.
Yep. 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 Hard. Hard. Gotta go. Down. Gotta
That doesn't roll anywhere, right on the nose. 1 point for Team Cooey. 1-0. Team Cooey over Team Sluchinski. Headed to the third end.
Good shot. I think.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Right there.
Welcome back to the third end action here at the River Cree Casino. So we saw a point go up on the board in the second end. Kevin Cooey making the nose hit for his 1 point. I think it was a relatively precise draw that Aaron Sluchinski had to throw at the end of that end, but it did have more margin than we had thought, given that his stone at the back of the four was shot, so he just had to sit two and not leave a double. I think that reinforces what we thought about that hit and roll, Jeff, that wasn't called, that it was the audible. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like he was rolling on Cooey's first. He was rolling in front of the red one, trying to bring the possible jam back into play. I don't think you would roll under when you couldn't be shot there, because there was, like you said, there was a bigger window than we thought to draw to.
That's fine. That's fine. Good sweep.
But it's not all lost for Team Cooey. They're 1 point in an even end. They do use that advantage of hammer first to score first.
A little bit of a mistake there from Team Sluchinski, just slipping into the rings. I know he was playing the come around. The sweepers would have liked to recognize a little earlier and tried to leave that short. Kark's looking for a nose hit here, stay out of the rings.
Brad Thiessen working hard to carve that over. Just gets not quite enough of it. Looks like that red one's going to stick around.
It's funny, it was
better
curling,
spot.
It was curling in this spot in the first end, fresh pebble, and it looks like now in 3 it's running a little bit straighter, probably caught him off guard. There's been a lot of rocks down that path now, and it's probably straightened out on him quite a bit, and it just fooled him.
So Dylan Webster being asked to come around that off-center guard.
Yeah, wait a second. Top it. Curl it. Curl it. Curl it. Curl it. Curl it. Just even. Repeat. That's fine. Yeah.
So interesting, a little heavy, and again, just doesn't quite get the curl that they're expecting. The adjustment's going to have to be made here. Like, as you mentioned, the ice has changed a little bit from the first end. These teams need to pick up on it and adjust accordingly. That's 2 in a row down that same path that under-curled. What a half-rock double here.
Yeah, it might be a little thicker than half. It looks pretty flat from where we are. But just wants to roll in, even just beside it. Be a good shot.
Yeah. Right on the beak.
Aaron's going to nose it, but it'll leave a double there for his next shot. Again, not a great spot. Not a great spot to roll this, so he's going to take his chances with a nose hit.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Clean.
Ted Appleman offering.
Clean.
Clean's always a good word. This should be right on the nose.
Nice, Ted. Go on.
Good shot there from Ted, and we talked about Ted filling in for this event. We want to wish a big congratulations to Keir Drummond and his wife Sarah for their baby girl Olivia that was born February 8th, so during this event. So he bowed out, obviously. I think it's their first child, so he wanted to be home, obviously, with his wife for the birth of his daughter, and Appleman was able to step in for him. So pretty good sub, as I mentioned.
Yeah, big congratulations to the Drummond family.
That's an uncharacter miss here from Brad.
One undercurl, one overcurl there in a similar spot from Brad. Much different weights on those two.
Want to take the guard? You want to come here? I think there.
You won't be happy with that. Advantage Team Sluchinski now. They're going to spread these out.
We want it even with that one. Yeah.
As far over as they can to try to not leave any easy doubles on the sheet. There's not much they can do about the double that exists already over there, so let's get this one out of the way.
I was sort of surprised on the weight selection of the shot on Brad's last one. Playing it so soft out there. And
I think it'll carry.
I don't know if he underthrew it a little bit or whatnot, but I would have thought they would have tried to roll that, either play the double or just try to roll that into the other rock.
Yeah, the double on that one was probably easier than the one before.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. You can use that.
So drops this one a little light of the house now. That rock is probably splittable, so it could be useful later, but a miss after a miss. You know, you talk about it a lot. When your opponent misses, you need to capitalize on those opportunities. It's unfortunate there for Team Sluchinski. They got the miss from Brad Thiessen, and they followed up with one of their own. Opportunity for Tyler Tardy to make up for the last misstep. Hit and roll called here.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate miss for Team Sluchinski. I feel like that was the first rock thrown down that path going with the intern to the wing, but it just caught him.
Hard, Brad.
Gotta go, Brad.
There's another underthrown rock. Oh boy.
And it just gets it out. And if not for the He-Man sweep from Brad Thiessen, that would have been a second flash in a row. Really good sweep there. But I think you make a good point, Jeff. I think it's mostly weight related. They're just not quite hitting the window they need to hit. So the broom's not in the right spot all of a sudden if the weight's not there.
Yeah, most of the misses I've seen so far have seemed to be weight related, whether it was heavy down a path and obviously they never got the curl, or it was a little quiet. And with the sharp stones and the sharp pebble, there's curl out there. So if you underthrow it, they're gonna take off on you. So I think just a little bit more communication between both teams and the throwers and the sweepers, and just trying to get the right weight in the right spot. It looks a little bit patchy right now still, but I think just a little more communication would definitely give the thrower a better chance to make some of these shots.
It's well done by Jeremy Hardy. Tucks that one underneath that off-center guard. We'll see some heat coming here from Tyler Tardy. Run double, get themselves out of trouble.
There might even be a run triple here if he hits this properly. He'll have a couple options, either the side double or the straight back, and may be able to get all three.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Straight.
Just tickles the back one, doesn't quite get it out. Nice throw from Tyler Tardy. Again, a little unlucky at the back of the house. I think they thought they had that one made.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Some frustrated looks on Team Cooey right now. Where do you want to roll this one to, Jeff?
I think the call is to roll it under the guard. It's a little bit of a tricky one because you got to avoid that back one. Ideally, they probably would like to roll the other way, but it brings the jam into play. So they're going to roll this, I think, behind their corner guard. And
hard curl. Hard. Hard curl.
Give Kui another chance at a run back.
Hard curl.
Sweeping this one hard for curl.
Whoa. Good throw. Hack.
Yeah. This could be a little fresh.
Well,
so.
the theme of the end continues. We've seen a couple half shots, a couple of full misses. This might be a case of who figures it out first in this game.
I think he's, you could tell the thought process going through Kevin's head. I think he's just a little bit unsure where to put the broom here right now with the speeds. And I heard the front end say that this is going to be fresh. So like I said, there hasn't been many interns going to the wing here.
I think that's good.
Yet,
It'll still react a little fresher.
No.
Yeah, you heard Kark say it's going to be a little fresher here. So
just a little fresher than the ones you threw.
I don't hate it here more, actually.
It is heavier. Yeah.
I think it's just a little heavier.
Yeah. Yeah, a little more than that.
Hair more for sure, yeah.
it was a good conversation in the hack for those guys to really try to figure out what the speed of this path is, because like we talked about earlier, it really dictates where you put the broom.
Yeah, and he can keep this there a little longer with his release as well, too, so it doesn't take off on him, which looks like this one's doing.
Hard to it.
Good scrub there, but he's looking for a hack, and you can see it's a little bit quiet again. So it's they're talking about the ice being heavier. So whether it is just the only sheet out there today.
I'll be a little more than Kevin just was.
Well, so imagine if that conversation in the hack didn't happen, because he probably did throw it a little harder than he expected, and if the guys didn't tell him that, he may not have adjusted at all, and then we would have saw an overcurl there definitely. So
right,
full credit to the boys on the front there. Got to give those leads credit every once in a while, hey Jeff?
That's right. Yeah, this is one of those games, especially the way it's going, where the front end's really got to be talking and to each other and relaying the speeds, because otherwise it's a guess for everybody where to put the broom, what the path's going to do. So it's very important to be watching the other team's shots, try and even hear their communication. If they believe it's heavy out of the hand, it ends up being light. It's probably a slower spot. Get as many times as you can with the stopwatch.
Just nibbles on the back, and it might have ended up buried. So there's a force opportunity here for Team Kui. They can come right down to that with a freeze.
Okay.
And there won't really be an option for anything else for Team Sluchinski but to just draw for their 1 point. So
14.
This is a case right now. I thought he might play the bump out just because they're unsure of the speed. Because really, if you don't make this shot to where you're frozen on that back one, there's going to be a shot for two. And with a 1 point lead, he could just play the tap out just to be a little bit safer.
It's not as good as this, though.
No.
Not as good as coming this way. I thought it's a hair tight.
If line is good on this shot, as long as he's a little heavy and line's good, he just bumps that out. It only has a couple inches to go, so that's probably the miss here. It's not dropping this short. You'd want to make sure you're there with this, assuming line is good.
Line's good. Just right to it.
Yeah, you don't want to be a few feet short. I mean, you could have a big miss and be T-line. You might get away with it, but again, that would be a pretty big miss.
Through.
Weight's perfect. Weight's perfect.
Don't need to curl. Just freeze. Tapping a fraction. Great shot, Kev.
It's a great shot there.
Yeah, really well done. Yeah, again, we saw lots of talk in the hack. Lots of input from Brad and Kark there. So much goes into each shot, and I don't know if everyone realizes that maybe when the shot is missed, that it maybe just wasn't communicated properly. They didn't have the sheet mapped out. So it wasn't just the thrower that didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't get the information, and they can look quite silly on a new path or something that's fresh. So good job by the whole team there. Draw for one. Aaron Sluchinski.
Looks good.
Sweepers are managing it like it's good.
Coming down a little. Can't hurt it now. Good sweep.
Boys just dust this one into the 4-foot. That's 1 point. We're tied at 1 through 3 ends of play here.
Dude, sorry.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Welcome back to our 1-1 tie here in the 4th end. Team Kevin Cooey and Team Aaron Sluchinski. It's been an interesting game so far. If you've been watching this event all week, you would agree that both of these teams had played much better than they are today up to this point. And I think it's a combination of things. I don't think it's just that the teams didn't come ready to play. I think the ice is tricking them a little bit. Jeff, you made the point that this is the first time they've played alone in the arena. How much effect do you think that's having right now?
I think it's having a big effect. You know, it's been a long enough week, and you can listen to this conversation here for a sec between Kark and. I don't think Cooey's wearing his mic, so you can't hear exactly what he's saying, but it sounds like he was saying the third rock makes a big difference in speed. So going back to your point, sometimes when you're the first time out there, it's just a little bit different surface. It's, you know, the air temperature might be a little bit colder. First off, it's also a morning game. No one's been in here this morning. They're the only ones out there. The air temperature isn't quite as warm. You saw last night there was a packed building, so, you know, the air temperature's a little bit warmer today. It could be a little crisper, colder, and that can affect the ice conditions. There's another light rock.
Well, and we mentioned it might come down to who just figures this out first. And you saw a little conference going on with Team Cooey. They're going to try really hard to figure out, both teams are, because that's the focus right now, is just making sure they're mapping this sheet out, knowing the paths, knowing what it's going to do, how many have been down each individual path. Whoever gets that first can take this game over.
Yeah, 100%. We haven't seen, you know, a series of shots made in a row, so it's been a little bit of uncharacteristic play right now.
Line's good. Line's good.
Yeah, that tells us it must be something. Like it's not just that these teams aren't ready to play or can't execute the shots. There's a lot of factors that go into it.
Oh, lots of room.
Weight's good. Top 8.
Don't need
the surface has been so good all week. I think it's just a little different. Not necessarily bad, just different.
Whoa, guys.
Don't need to for weight.
Whoa.
Don't need to.
Never.
Gets that one buried, but it slides deeper than he would have wanted. Opportunity for the freeze right on top of it here.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an overbrush there by the sweepers. Again, you're sort of guessing sometimes too when you're not sure of the paths, so you know it makes the judging a little bit difficult. And just really got to be focused on every shot as best you can. If I'm Team Cooey here, I'm watching this one go down, trying to get a time on it and seeing how it reacts. Because as Kark was saying, that third one down is going to be a lot quicker. So you're seeing 2 down the path. You're probably going to see a third one come down the same path again, and it's probably going to speed up by a good 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet.
A really nice shot there from Ted Appleman. Like you said, Brad knows what he's throwing here likely is to come down, but no, a little change in gears.
Sure. Yeah, double peel.
Give themselves a little space early. I actually really like this call from Team Cooey. Let's open it up a little bit. We don't need to be getting into it.
No, 100%. And he has corner guard there, so you know, make this double peel. You got a corner guard, and it's a fourth end, so you want to make sure you're going to always have a shot to score.
Hurt.
Nice shot there from Brad Thiessen. He'd admit this isn't his strongest game so far, so that can give him a little confidence moving forward to come up and make that double peel.
Like that, or you like a guard here?
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes that's what the skip is thinking too. You know, you have a guy that might be struggling a little bit and having a tough time sort of feeling that weight, so you just give him something that he's used to making, and he makes most of the time a nice little double peel, and make him feel good about himself and sort of get the energy going a little bit and the confidence back. Good skips do that. They sort of read their team and how they're feeling in the moment, and try to give them a shot that's going to make them, you know, make it and just build a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, that's all he needs. Maybe is just a little boost. So hopefully that's going to give him that. We'll see the regular Brad Thiessen for the rest of this game. Guard replaced there from Ted Appleman.
Just tap it a rock.
So we have a final in the Manitoba Provincial.
Yeah.
Matt Dunstone wins the semifinal against Braden Calvert. So he'll be going on to face the three-headed monster of Reed Carruthers in the final. Dunstone Carruthers final. There's some extra implication with that, Jeff, isn't there, in Alberta?
Yeah, what that's going to mean is either one of Sturmey or Sluchinski will now join the Brier field as the third wildcard team. I shouldn't say Sluchinski. Sluchinski would have to win the event, and then both Botcher and Cooey would get in. But if Cooey or Botcher win, I believe Sturmey will be the wildcard number 3. So Alberta will have 3 teams representing them at the Brier.
Whoa, Tyler.
Yeah, regardless how it shakes out, if Aaron Sluchinski's team wins this event, obviously they'll represent Alberta. And then you'll have Team Botcher and Team Cooey as the wildcards, plus the loser in the Manitoba final. But if anybody else wins, Team Cooey or Team Botcher win, then it's Team Sturmey that's going to represent one of the wildcard jerseys at the Brier. So exciting for Alberta to have 3 teams represented at our national championship. Speaks to the depth here for sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I imagine Team Sturmey will be happy with that result, seeing that result in Manitoba. So they got one of the things that needs to go their way today in order to get into their first Brier. The second one is obviously not having Aaron win, but Aaron's going to try to do his best to try to make that a reality for their team.
So just over curls a little bit there. I think they were trying to make both of those leave town and hit the wrong one first. So this isn't necessarily a great situation for Team Cooey right now, but they're going to try to roll this one underneath, maybe as far as they can over, and try to set up a sloppier deuce at the back of the house.
Hack. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Hack. Curl.
Hey, pretty good.
Well done, well executed. It does sit in the hole there. But for now, Team Cooey sitting 2.
Yeah, it's a good shot. He didn't really want to roll that right at the back of the button, buried. So rolling out, peeking out the other side, it sort of forces Aaron to try to remove this. And it's hard to roll in here without jamming your own. So that was a great roll by Team Cooey.
Yeah, nose is probably the best option here. Tragedy would be to dead jam that and leave that Yellowstone still in play.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Curl. No. Clean. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Stop.
Perfect shot. That's about as good as they could do, I think. And they left their red clinging on the back of the house. Rolled
I got lots
just
for the
about
chase, Kev.
half buried, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good shot there. That wasn't. He made that look easier than it was.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult and ideal execution. Something tells me they're figuring it out right now. The shot making's gone up quite a bit. Knew it wouldn't take long.
Hack.
A hair more.
Yep. Hack. Yep. A hair more than last time.
Yeah, another great shot.
Really good.
There's been a few nice hit and rolls here now in a row.
Yeah, the rocks are running how they expect them to, and when they throw them at the weight that they're expecting to throw them, they're actually traveling how they should. So nice to see.
Definitely makes the life easier on the skip calling the line at the other end.
Yeah. Can you see all that?
Yeah.
Most of it?
Between half and 2/3.
Hair thicker than 2/3, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that.
Aaron's got a tough decision here.
He's in a bit of hot water, yeah.
Looks like he's going to play this this double, which isn't easy. He's going to be bringing that yellow
You
guard
can
into
definitely see
play.
enough for the double.
It's pretty flat.
Very flat.
Yeah.
A little thinner than what you need.
But there's not really a great spot to draw to, and
Yeah, that's not bad.
it's not an easy hit and roll. There's Team Cooey's looking pretty good here right now for a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that intern draw through the port is even there to stay on the right angle to sit shots. So. Yeah, I think that double was too tough to risk. He may have jammed it on the back as well if he's going to make it. So this is probably the right thing to do right now.
Board. Yeah.
Probably
Even if it rolls all the way buried, I think it's still chaseable. So.
Yeah, it doesn't have a great spot to roll it again here. But yeah, that double is too tough. I don't think he could have jammed it, but you really bring that guard into play, and the last thing you want to do is touch a guard.
Yeah, then it's 3-ball.
White's good. Clean. Curl. Hard.
Doesn't come up for him. Nose hit. Now, where do you leave this that you don't leave a double?
You could probably double them.
It'd be good to roll out just a sliver.
I think he wants to roll it a foot to the outside here.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's...
Yeah.
Then Aaron will have a decision if he wants to chase shot rock or if he sort of concedes the 2.
We got to roll out.
Yeah, just one rock out.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Right.
I don't like rolling in here. I think it just gives him something to maybe throw down there and make a double, especially if he over rolls it a little bit. I think ideally you'd like to roll to the outside of the rings here, a rock or 2.
A little more than that.
Yeah, I think that's the safe way to secure 2 points. I don't think you're trying to get any more than that in this situation. And you are leaving a decision for Team Sluchinski after that. Do they chase shot rock and maybe incur a little risk by doing so? Or do they just concede the 2 and hit the open one?
This is sort of interesting, the turn call that Cooey's playing. I know it's his out turn, but I think this is sort of dictated by that path. They threw a lot of rocks down this middle path. I think he has a better understanding of what this is going to do rather than playing the in turn inside out. Or, sorry, outside in. I think that's a little unpredictable speed, so this isn't usually the turn you'd see played for this shot.
Curl. Hard, Brad. Hard, Brad. Gotta go. Hard. Really gotta go.
So leave that one on the nose, which does leave the opportunity for Team Sluchinski to get it out of this with a cross-house double. You know, they wanted that to roll at least a rock over to the outside.
Very tough double here. He's going to have to throw a good 6.5 second wait here probably to make this. It's not as easy as it looks. It is pretty flat.
Yeah. He's got to whip it, but he's got that in his bag, so.
And having said that, it is there. It's a chance to get out of it.
Whoa. Yep. Straight.
Hard.
Great effort. You just have to throw that so hard to remove that second stone. He almost hit that where he needed to. It's just...
Yeah, it was very flat. Like, both rocks were
like
pretty much touching the tee line.
Whatever one you want.
It looks like an out turn with good normal.
Out turn.
I don't even mind firm.
Right on the beach.
So right on the nose for 2 here. Opportunity for Team Cooey to get their deuce in an even end here in the 4th end. And
yeah, big opportunity to take control of this game here. With the deuce
absolutely.
here.
So throwing this one a little harder than you'd expect. I think they may think this might be fresh, so
you could just try and take the guards out of play. Yeah, if you open up the ice a little bit and throw a little less weight, you're bringing in that corner guard. And Cooey throws the up weight out turn so well that I think he'll just throw a firm normal here. And with their sweeping, it's not good.
Firm. Whoa, girl. Hard, Brad. Hard, Brad.
Wow. 2 points for Team Cooey. Just breezed past that corner guard. Score is now 3-1 through 4 ends of play.
Anyone can be scared to try something new.
But moving outside of your comfort zone
can open new possibilities.
And having the courage to change something
doesn't change who you are.
So why try something new?
To innovate, to create a legacy,
to make an impact.
You have to earn it.
And you better be ready to enjoy it.
Because you never know who else you might make an impact on.
What impact will you make?
Goldline, the choice of champions.
The roaring game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Welcome back to the 2023 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. Huge 2 points from Team Cooey there in the 4th end. I think that's ultra important for Team Cooey to get that 2 points, get the lead in that even end. And they made some shots there. We mentioned there was some hit and rolls made in that end by both teams, actually. So it seems like their feet are under them a little bit.
No. Yeah, that was the best end of curling we've seen so far. Interesting start to this end. Kark Martin's first one, it was actually burnt by the sweepers, and now this first Sluchinski stone picks in his hand. So both the first 2 rocks are out of play.
So we're playing a 7 rock end here.
Yeah, it looked like a late pick in Dylan's hand there, and he tried to spin it last second and just didn't give it enough weight to get over.
Should be close. That's more weight than I gave it.
Weight still.
Good. Top 4, guys. Looks close. Clean. Oh, that's almost like uphill coming in.
It's like a full reset in this end after those first two rocks. It's back playing the 3 rock rule.
Clean. Clean.
We might see a pretty routine blank here.
Yeah, that's an interesting call, I think, for Aaron being down 2, playing the hit here. You think he might want to, put up the corner here and try to generate a little bit of offense because he doesn't really want to waste ends here against Cooey. I think Cooey's happy with that.
Yeah, I think so too. When you're behind against a team of Kevin Cooey's caliber, you can use every end that's at your disposal. Wasting one might not be wise later in the game.
Hard, Tyler. Hard for a piece. Hard for a piece. Big piece? Yeah, big piece. Hard.
That was a panic in that one from Karg Martin. Hard for a piece on that. He got a good half of that rock. That's why they say maybe as a sweeper it's ill-advised to call line.
We're all there right now.
Yeah, sometimes when things aren't going great, you're just trying to do a little bit too much, and you try to take on sort of every job out there, and you gotta trust your teammates to do all their own parts.
Yeah, we're in that.
Having said that, it was an open hit, and Kark's seen many come down over time, and he sort of had a pretty good idea where it was.
Right up. Right up.
Okay. A little faster to that wing over there, and
They draw the button, I think 14.5.
open draw here. Another interesting end. See some smiles on the faces of the players. It's easy to smile when a miss is inconsequential like that.
It's close. Weight's close. Weight's good. Okay, yeah.
Feels a little crunchy in here.
I got 14.5 hog to hog on that one, so speed's good. I mean, that's also coming to the middle. But just seems like they're having trouble with the speed, especially going this way, going to the away end.
Clean.
Yeah, it's certainly been a theme in the odd ends here.
Clean.
Just uncharacteristic misses. So we mentioned this is the Boston Pizza Cup, and Boston Pizza is the title sponsor of this event. I just want to take a minute here to acknowledge some of the major sponsors that make these events possible. So obviously Boston Pizza, the title sponsor. We have the Curling Alberta sponsors, Original 16, that's been providing libations to the crowd all week. Best Western, Sentinel Storage, and Beller Direct. I think the sponsors are so important to make these events what they are. They put on such a good show. It's a really big part of the game in general. I think the teams appreciate the sponsors that they have. The events appreciate the sponsors that help them put that on. So thank you to everyone who sponsors anything to do with our sport.
Hair left weight. Yep.
Clean. Curl. Clean. Good.
Well, this is going to be one of those pretty straightforward, boring ends, as people like to call them.
But I think both teams are getting what they want here. Obviously, Team Sluchinski wanted this blank. They are the ones who made the decision to hit with lead second stones. This does, in my opinion, play into Team Cooey's hands, so they want this as well. It might be the case where we get the fifth end break, Team Sluchinski gets the chance to chat with their coach, Mickey Pendergast, and maybe figure out some things, have a nice conversation and reset for the second half. And I don't think that's a bad idea. I think in a game of this magnitude, sometimes it's worth just resetting, and there's a reason they have Mickey on the bench.
Yeah.
Bring him in, get his perspective.
And both teams have plenty of time on the clock, so this is only going to enhance that. They should have a lot of time to play the second half of the game if they want to get aggressive and play a lot of offensive shots.
What are the odds Team Cooey has more than a minute left when he goes to throw his shots? When Kevin goes to throw his shots in the last end of the game? What are the odds?
I'd say this game they're pretty good. This game he's rolling along quite well. So
I thought that yesterday, and Don said, no, you'll see, and Don was right.
The difference is, though, Cooey was trailing last game in the second half, so you're going to take a little bit more time. He's going to have a little bit. He's dictating the play right now, so his calls are going to be a little bit more straightforward, especially early on in the next few ends.
Yeah, good point.
4 right now.
T. Close line. Okay, weight's good.
So he's going to try to tuck a piece of this if he can. That red rock is out of the rings, but it might act as something that can be in the way. A little toenail on the side of the rings. Here's the call.
It's got to sit.
Oh, is that any good?
Shot.
That is a good shot.
That's incredibly hard to do.
That's a tough one on the sweepers, too. Is a great judge there, trying to get that over as far as you can, but yet still be in the house.
Hang that one on by about half an inch.
Yeah, very easy to oversweep one of those.
It's an incredible shot.
And Aaron's got no choice here, really, to take this on. He wanted the blank. He's going to have to play this now.
Yeah, hard, real hard. Hard.
Going early.
Whoa.
Here comes the guard. Got it. Nice throw. They got the blank. So through 5 ends of play, half the game, it's 3-1. Team Kevin Cooey over Team Aaron Sluchinski. We'll be back after the break.
Just on his first one. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the River Cree Casino here in Enoch, Alberta. We have semi-final action of the 2023 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. So really interesting first 5 ends. We have a 3-1 lead for Team Cooey. But Jeff, I want your opinion on these first 5 ends. What do you think the story is so far?
I think just the sort of the lack of execution, I guess. The misses followed by another miss, and teams not taking advantage of, you know, the team's miss ahead of you. It seems like it's followed up with another miss and sort of lets the other team back and forth off the hook. I think if you know, either one of these teams can just grab a hold of making 2 or 3 good ones in a row, put a lot of pressure on the other team.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. We haven't seen them string together series of makes. And that's what we've seen all week from both of these teams. They wouldn't be in this game if they haven't played well to this point. So I think things are just a little trickier on the surface. It's a little different than maybe they had seen to this point. So it's about figuring it out. And whoever sort of gets there first will take a stranglehold on this game. Big 2 points for Team Cooey in the 4th end, though. Get that 2-up lead coming into the second half of the game. A team that executes the hits and the big weight game as well as they do can play defense really well. What does Team Sluchinski have to do to get back in this game or to give themselves a chance later in the game?
First off, I think they got to start in this end. They got to mix it up. They got to put some rocks in play and take chances. The longer this game goes this way, and the more ends you run out of, the less their chances are to win. So they're going to have to, you know, throw a good corner here, get after it, maybe even throw a double corner. We'll see how aggressive they want to get, but they're going to have to put some rocks in play and take some chances, and obviously make some good draws.
Well, we spoke about the blank in the last end and how it surprised both of us that they were willing to burn off an end, being down the 2 points that they are. So they obviously had a reason for it that we don't know, and it's likely valid. It's going to help them come into this end, but in that same notion, they're going to have to get aggressive at some point. So no better opportunity than now. Even end, hammer, down 2.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a good conversation with their coach and as a team how they want to approach the second half of this game. And you know, that like you mentioned, maybe that was sort of their thought process in the 5th was just get through this end and let's regroup and come out and have fun in the second half and make a lot of shots.
Top 8. Yeah. Top 8, top 4.
Kark Martin's second here in the 5th end.
Good shot.
There you go.
Oh.
Good.
We'll see what Aaron does here. If he wants to go around the corner, throw another corner. Looks like he's playing the come around his zone.
Yeah, where that first corner ended up, I thought he might put another one on top of it and stack those double corners, but electing to go in the house. Lead Dylan Webster.
Yeah, it's still relatively early. He doesn't need to get too crazy aggressive yet. He can come around at this point. If this was the 8th end, same situation, he probably does throw another guard, whether he throws on the other side or throws another high guard. But I'm all for this call. This is fine. You don't need to get it all back right now. You just you want to execute and get your deuce and get this game tied.
Well, and he's not down 4 or 5. He's down 2 points. So, like you said, just a deuce. That's all you need. You can still be patient in this scenario.
I got 15.
So the freeze called here. Get an angle on this one that's buried behind that corner.
Yeah, it was a good shot there by Dylan. Just to be critical, I guess it was only about a foot deep. Just makes this freeze a little bit easier to get shot over it.
Yeah, the higher that come around is, the less surface area Brad has to freeze on it.
Back 4. Back 8.
Yeah.
This one's a little hot, though.
He's trying.
Yeah, they were off it right out of the hand.
Still deep.
Kark's going to try to knife this over to get a piece of it, potentially.
They were able to get something out of that shot.
And it's its 3rd shot, so it doesn't do the call job, but it does a job.
Yeah, I think they thought that was even hotter than it was out of the hand. I talked to a couple curlers last night, just before coming into this, on what the ice was doing, and they said that if you're off it, it really comes down. If you don't lay a broom, they're really seeing the rock dig in. So when they're heavy, you see sometimes teams now trying to carve. They actually find that just being off it completely, the rock really wants to dig in, and that's that could be to do with just some of the sharp pebble. The rock's just still fairly aggressive, so they like to dig in. But you're seeing a lot of teams now do what they refer to as the knifing to try to help the rock curl and actually slow it down a little bit.
We could just rip that red.
That was an unfortunate miss there. Leaving your shooter in play was the key to that shot. They called the double and roll, try to bring the play over to the side, but undercurled and actually lost the shooter, which is the worst thing you could have done in that situation. You need to accumulate your rocks in good spots, regardless of what happens to the opponent rock in that situation. So, unfortunate misstep there.
Cooley's just going to peel this one out. I actually thought he might try the run. Try to get everything out of play, all the red guards out of play, or the red guard and the red rock on the team out of play. But he's just electing just to rip the open one for now.
This could have something to do with what we spoke about with Brad in the fourth end, where he hasn't fully got his feet under him yet. So let's give him something that he's going to make 100% of the time and build that confidence.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, worst thing he could have done is try to take on that run double and hit it a little bit thick, leave the one in the house and leave another guard. So playing the safe shot with the scoreboard.
Up 4. Yep, we're there. Just clean.
Come around called here, Ted Appelman.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
4T. Just
Whoa.
top 4T.
Try the yellow.
Top 4T.
Curl. 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 Hard. Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hard. 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 Nice shot.
So good shot there, dead buried. It's third shot, but that's okay this early in the end. They're just staging for later.
Too, hey?
Well done.
It's just fully buried.
Yeah, they were 14.7 there, so pretty good speed.
Decent speed, yeah.
So tricky little shot here, being called to remove this stone. Weight's really important here. If it's a little light, we're going to see this take off. So.
Whoa, Earl. Close. Earl. Hard, Brad. Hard, Brad.
Very good shot there.
Yeah, excellent. And
Tyler.
I think that was all about the weight he threw. I think they've recognized what they were doing early in the game and made the adjustment.
Turn to you like.
You saw Brad take that sweep over. He swept it for straight, and then he switched sides and started to carve it. He was into that shot.
Yeah. Giving Karek a little bit of a break, maybe. Yeah, he made that shot look very easy. That's a shot that a lot of players will just overthrow to hit.
Yeah.
You think it's a takeout, so you just throw a little bit too much and then a run straight and you go right by. So that was very well executed.
Roll it. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Little thick.
Yeah, we probably got to roll that, eh?
The hit back and sit 3 available for Team Cooey.
Control.
The good news is none of those Team Cooey stones are very dangerous. They're not in a position to steal right now or anything like that. And Team Sluchinski can actually take advantage of where some of those stones are later in the end to try to produce a late end deuce.
Control.
Yeah, 100%. They're helping. They're behind the tee line. Obviously, the one is slightly behind the guard. They both could be frozen too. You might see just a little tap back here on this next shot, trying to create a wall back there.
Thinner. Okay, air thinner, probably out again.
It's a conservative call here from Team Sluchinski. I agree with you, Jeff. I think I'd try to produce some offense from those stones because they aren't great. Create a little basket behind in the forefoot and sit in front of it would be a pretty good situation.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the triple is there, and you could probably roll up a little behind the guard, but very difficult shot. I think you could take a chance here, and you're only going to get so many chances against Team Cooey for the rest of the game. And here's an opportunity where they could play a little tap to the back 4 and just try to create a wall down there. Try to get your deuce that way.
Curl. 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 Curl.
Well, he made it good. Great shot from Jeremy Hardy. I'm just not sure it's that good given the scoreboard. It's excellent execution, called and made.
Roll to center line. Good. Control.
Control. Lead. Whoa. Control. Whoa. Yep. 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 Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yep. Control. Hard, hard, hard. Shot. Good way.
Good.
Really good roll. Gets it away from that corner guard, so it's going to be hard for Aaron now to generate a deuce unless he wants to try to freeze. But freeze into one rock, wide open. Not a very good chance to score two, so he's going to, looks like, get another blank here and move on.
I have an interesting stat about taking the blank here. We were provided lots of stats from the curling zone, Jerry Gertz, and Aaron Sluchinski over the last 3 seasons with 4 ends to play is 0-5 when down 2 with the hammer, with 4 ends to play. So he hasn't won a game in the last 3 seasons down 2 with hammer with 4 ends to play, and that's the situation he's putting himself in by taking the blank here. So it's interesting, not to say that that means he's not going to win, but he hasn't in the last 3 seasons. So thanks to Jerry for sending those stats over. Those are interesting.
Yeah, it probably shows you that he plays this way pretty much in every situation. If he's down 2, this is sort of the way that he plays, a little more conservative game. But it'd be interesting if he knew that stat, and I'm going to say he probably doesn't know that
Yeah, I'm guessing he doesn't, yeah.
So splitting edge 8, Brad, or a hair better than
Yeah.
You got it.
And on the other side of that, Kevin Cooey's 16-6, so 72.7% chance of winning when he's up 2 without the hammer. So really good results from him. 72% chance there of 73% chance of winning. So it's certainly, if you're leaning on analytics here, it's certainly advantage Team Cooey in this situation.
Can't help myself. Get a good throw on it.
So the free blank here. Try to get a little information maybe from this stone for later. That'll float through the house, and it's still a 3-1 lead for Team Kevin Cooey over Team Aaron Sluchinski through 6 ends of play.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Doesn't matter if you're just learning how to play.
Or competing at the top level of the game.
We'll go for fun.
And gold line gear?
This is for everyone.
These shoes are more comfortable than ever.
These are stable.
These make me slide straight.
These make me slide fast.
The new impact head maximizes performance.
And can we talk about grip zone technology?
Because it's on the brooms and the gloves.
Beginner or pro, they got something for you.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
Play Curling Alberta's 50-50. Support grassroots curling and win big with daily draws and the Brier Final Mega Jackpot, now over $100,000 and growing. Please play responsibly.
Yeah, go wait.
Okay, here we go, Jeff. We're in the 7th end now after a couple of blank ends dictated there primarily by Team Sluchinski, making the choice to take the blanks there and not get too aggressive. Well, we see this corner guard slide just into the the end of the free guard zone. That one was close to coming in, but I suspect we'll see some aggression now.
This is an instance now with that guard being as tight as it is, you're probably going to see him throw another guard on top of it. Get that double corners up there stacked. And especially with Kark's first one sliding to the back 8. That rock's only going to help Team Sluchinski, so there should be some rocks in play here. I would hope so anyway for Aaron's sake. He needs to start mixing it up.
Yeah, he's going to run out of ends here at some point.
He's getting faster.
Another one deep from Kark. Those are 2 stones that, like you mentioned, Jeff, are only going to help Team Sluchinski here. So going in the house with this.
Yeah, looked like he called this come around again here.
The problem with that guard is it'll be too close. The run back will be too easy for a team the caliber of Team Kevin Cooey.
Good. Got room. Weight's good. Top 4.
This could very easily lead to another blank in about 2 stones.
Yeah, they put the 5 rock rule in place for a reason, to try to generate offense, and here's your chance to use it. And you know they're choosing not to.
And they have a good first guard in order to use it. They could put one on top of that and have really good separation on those 2 corners. Excellent shot made.
Yep.
It's about a 6.5 foot run back that he can't play right now, but we're likely going to see at some point in this end. From the left-hander's hack, Brad Thiessen throws his out turn, looking for the freeze on that stone on the tee line.
Top 8. Gotta go.
Hey, line's good. Line's good.
Go. Get in there.
So I'm not sure exactly, but it seems to me like Brad's first rock's over-curling a lot. It's over-curled on a couple of hits so far. It's over-curled on the freeze in the last end. I'm not sure if it's the rock or there's something to that, but that rock has certainly been curling more than what we've seen from the other rocks on the sheet.
I really think it's just not quite the right weight in this situation. If that one has another 2 or 3 feet with it, with all that sweeping, you know, the line is fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it could be a little bit of a slower stone.
Probably better to
but really, that's another rock that's only going to help Aaron. He's hit sort of 3 rocks that are thrown by Team Cooey that aren't really helping Cooey. They're helping Team Sluchinski. So they got to take what's given to him here and get a little aggressive.
Yeah, like Brad's last stone's acting as a guard right now. It's hard. 4th shot on the sheet and
hard. Straight up.
In the way.
Yep. Whoa.
It's a curiously conservative call to play that double on those 2 stones. I agree with you. I think those were helping Team Sluchinski, and they're electing not to use those as to their advantage. Again, shot made, executed as called, sitting 2, separated, good situation. So very early in the end, though.
And right now, the Team Sluchinski's getting some misses out of the middle, out of Brad, and obviously even Kark this end. You think you'd want to put a little bit of pressure on him right now and challenge him to some difficult shots, because they are getting the uncharacteristic misses from him.
Yes! Yep. Hard.
Go ahead.
Not what they were looking for there. Leaves those 2 opponent red stones in the house, although 2nd and 3rd shot, they're in good spots for Team Sluchinski right now.
Yeah, pretty good situation here for Team Sluchinski
really good
to generate their deuce and maybe even walk into a 3 if you can keep these rocks separated a bit.
Control weight.
He's looking at playing a little bit of he's playing control on his own. This is a pretty aggressive shot. I don't know if it's necessary, but if he makes it,
it's really
he's
good.
Gonna be sitting in good shape. Very, very tough shot here from Ted.
Whoa, clean. Yep, clean. Whoa. Yep, hard! 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 Okay, good throw.
That was the trouble with playing that shot. It's very difficult to keep all of them around and throwing that much weight. He could have looked at just even drawing around the corner, splitting his own, playing the tap freeze. There was a lot of options there. I feel like that was that was trying to make too much out of the situation.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was unnecessarily hard for what the upside was. You could have drawn to a spot that gave you almost equal upside, and it would have been significantly easier. They're still in a good situation. They're still sitting 2 with lots of separation, but that was an opportunity, I think, to really put the pedal down, given that they were gifted the misses from the front end there from Team Cooey.
Straight. Double, double, double.
Whoa.
Tough.
Well, here's your chance to set up your 2. Get a good come around here, and Cooey's not going to get too aggressive. He'll hit the open one likely, or play the short run back, and there should be a 2 in play here.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward now if you can maintain separation.
Biggest thing is where this rock is. If it's a little bit high, Cooey will play the run and even have a chance to run it and roll it over by the other one, or the run double. This is one of those ones he probably wants to be back almost even with it, almost bait Cooey into playing the freeze, which he's not going to play. He'll end up hitting the open one, but I think you want to be back tee here.
Team Cooey has 3 bullets left in the gun, so they have three opportunities to group the stones for 1, or if there's a double chance, they have three runs at it. So these draws have to be super precise not to give him that opportunity. And this one is really well done.
That's a good shot. Because it's not fully buried, he may play at it. Ideally, you get that one buried, Cooey hits the open one, and it's a 2. Yeah, but he might chase this and try to get those rocks closer together and maybe give him an opportunity for a double on his last.
Not a lot of space to roll back to center line. You only have a few feet, and it really, if it's second shot and the one in the 8-foot shot, you might see a draw again from Team Sluchinski.
I like that.
Just to maintain that separation.
We threw hack here with
I like hack.
Kev had more than that. It would be good practice. Weight's good.
Hack.
Hack. Yep.
Whoa.
Weight's good. Weight's good. Hack. We're hack.
Whoa. Hard.
Beauty.
Really good shot there from Tyler Tardy. Shot rock closer to the red than it was before.
Like board.
Puts a little more pressure on this Jeremy Hardy stone. Roll I think about a rock and a half away.
Yeah, I think anything away is pretty good. There's not going to be a double there. Nose is you probably get away with nose. I think they'll be straight across. It's hard to tell from our vantage point, but as long as you don't roll anywhere closer to that red.
Closer.
Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Picking this one up right away.
Hard. Keep going. Hard. Keep going. Hard. Good sweep.
So they got nose, and as you suspected, those are even. So you'll see a hit to, either make it 1 rock higher so there's a double next time, or potentially roll a little closer if they can. Those are the 2 options. Both could yield a double on Kevin's last.
I think he wants to try to roll in a little bit here. I think nose, it just gives him the opportunity to roll away and maybe even have his own or Cooey's rock as a catcher over there. So,
yeah.
We just saw on the camera there Alberta's representative at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, happening next week, Kayla Skrillick.
Yeah.
Her and her team had a wonderful run at the Sentinel Storage Alberta Scotties and made maybe one of the shots of the year to win. So good luck to them next week.
what weight? 4 or control?
Is he electing to roll closer to the other one? Off of shot stone?
Yeah, he changed to hit shot stone and roll a little closer.
Weight's good.
Whoa. Control. Whoa. 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 Curl. Hard, Brad. Curl. Hard, Brad. Go. Hard.
So maybe half an inch a roll, but not as much as they would have liked or expected. So chance here to create the separation and make life easy for yourself, getting your 2 points.
Yeah, you want to roll this at least a rock. At least a rock to Aaron's right as you look at the screen. Try to separate that, because nose or even a rock roll, and Kevin will likely have the double.
He'll take a run at it. And I bet it'll be an out turn.
Little more than Jeremy. Whoa. Lean. Curl. Hard curl.
They're carving it, and it must be close to rolling out if that's the case.
Oh no.
There's a big unforced error there.
Yeah, you had 2 in the bag there. If that just rolls a little bit to the outside.
And the big thing is now with Cooey's catcher over there, he's going to hit in lie 2 and get the force, so it's not even going to be an opportunity for a blank.
Roll to where if he tries to seal the outside, it might jam.
Yeah, that's a massive downside. That's, like you mentioned, a huge unforced error.
I'm not sure what the weight call was. I don't know if he was a little heavy or if it was just a little bit wide of the broom, but really rolled out pretty easy. So it needed to curl quite a bit more. It could have just been a little overthrown.
Calling for curl right out of his hand. He maybe got a little full of the broom. And a little heavy, potentially. Not a good combination.
For control?
Like good board, I think, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yep. Hard. Forward. Hard. Dig. Hard to it. Go. Hard. Roll it. Okay.
That was a good weight. That was control.
You think there's a double there for the blank, Jeff?
It looks like he's eyeing it up. It is there. It's one of those situations. Is it worth it here in the 7th end? Do you take one? It's it's an uphill battle. If you make the blank,
just hit it thick, hard.
It's good.
Get the right angle.
But boy, it's not an easy shot. He's saying, well, if I hit it thick hard, but I'm not convinced it's there. The big thing is he only needs to move an inch. He needs to move it an inch off the rings, but boy, it's very flat.
But you have to calculate the consequence of the miss here. The one steal puts you down 3 points with only 3 ends to play. And I think it does matter who you're playing. They're playing against Team Cooey, who's one of the best teams in the world. It's tough to come back from a 2-point deficit, let alone 3.
Yeah, play the
so
double.
Is the upside of getting this blank opposed to being forced worth it?
As I look at it, it actually looks fairly safe. If he's going to throw a pretty hard peel here, and I think it'll probably roll into that if he does not make the blank. So I guess he's weighing that.
This is a little wide early. Thin's not the way to miss this.
Touched it. Oh. We had the
millimeters.
We had the perfect look on that as it was going towards that side one, and it just whiskered it.
Yeah, I know. I probably have that.
Any thicker.
It's a steal of 1 for Team Cooey, going up now 4-1, headed to the 8th end.
In Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
All right, welcome back to the River Cree Casino, 8th end action here. So we saw an unfortunate, last 2 stones from Aaron Sluchinski there in the 7th end, which led to a steal of 1 for Kevin Cooey. And Jeff and I were just discussing during the break here. There's a way to play that last shot. Jeff, do you want to speak about how to make sure on that last shot?
Good. As much as down 1 isn't a great situation, I think
You're going 3 in, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, tough side of it.
Yeah, there's a way to miss that. Sorry, Jeff's mic was muted there. Jeff, do you want to talk about how to maybe play that shot, just to make sure you either get your 1 or the blank?
Yeah, I think you want to miss that one tight. If you're going to take that shot on, that's a shot you want to miss. You want to miss tighter and nose that and take your 1. I think that's a better situation than being down 3 at this point with only 3 ends to go. And unfortunately he was just a little bit wide, and it was hard to recover that when you're wide for the sweepers to try to carve that.
And we saw that on both of Aaron's shots in that 7th end. The first one was a bit wide and maybe a bit heavy, and the rollout, which he almost had a secure deuce there, if he even sticks in the house. So that one, and then the second one, yeah, just wide when like you mentioned, being tight was the tolerance on that shot.
Yeah, the first one was the unfortunate miss. That's the one you set up the deuce if you roll anywhere to the outside, and it's unfortunate for Aaron. He rolled out, and he had to take that tougher shot on his second one. I think it was the right call.
Yeah,
but it's just like you said, there is a way to miss that shot.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, same depth as mine, top 8.
So the double corners go up here from Team Sluchinski, and yeah, no choice now but to go. You need to be aggressive.
I like it.
Maybe, but
right there.
No amount of risk is too much now.
Mine's good.
No, he's playing all out aggressive. He needs to score 2 here. It's absolutely a must. 2 or more. So you got to see him playing a lot of little freezes, little bumps, trying to generate some offense.
So the come around the top 8 yellow stone that's buried behind the red stone in the free guard zone.
Back 8.
Just create as much chaos as you can in the house right now, I think, is the goal.
Whoa.
They're using those Team Cooey stones to their advantage.
Back 4.
Which, Jeff, you and I were thinking they could have done earlier in the game. A couple situations where they maybe were in not the best spots for Team Cooey.
Yeah, for sure. Now it's a little more desperation mode, whereas before you could have just used those stones a little more, I wouldn't say carefree, but you're still going to have an opportunity to score.
Yeah, advantageously, they weren't dangerous.
Right.
Single peel.
Yeah.
Now they're more must-makes.
And they're going to need some help from Team Cooey. They're going to need a couple of timely misses.
This is going to be one of those ends where you might see a fairly relatively easy deuce from Sluchinski because Cooey's not going to take any chances here. He's just going to, he's going to start peeling the guard, hitting the open rocks, and Sluchinski might walk into a nice easy 2 here. But Cooey's going to do everything possible to not give up any more than that.
Yeah, it's kind of in their minds right now. Well, let's just force them to 2. Nothing more. They don't. Being tied would be fine if you're Team Cooey, but they'd much rather still have the lead and the hammer.
Line's good, clean.
So yeah, I think you said it best. They'll incur no risk, making sure the downside is only the 2.
No. Wait, good. Jeremy's rough. You don't have to go. Whoa.
So good start here for Team Sluchinski. They've made their first 4 shots within reason. They have lots of stuff to work with in the house. They still have their 1 corner guard.
Same way they threw a couple ends. Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Yeah, the only slight miss was the back 12 come around, but it is in play, and they need rocks in play right now. So
and it's fully buried. So
I like it. Weight's good. Hack. Just hack. Same weight as.
Whoa.
Just hack.
Whoa.
Tyler had the same shot 2 ends ago, so he knows how this one's going to run in this spot.
He made it perfect.
Hard, Brad. Go.
Beauty. Great shot.
Aaron would like to get this.
Nice.
Yellow is line 4. Now he might have to either double and roll or freeze something here.
Yeah, at some point you can't be sitting 5th and expect that to score without doing anything about those yellows. So where his shooter goes here, I think, is still most important. Where this ends up.
He could roll this in. I'm not sure if he called the hit and roll behind the corner here or not. I didn't see the initial call, but if he rolls behind the corner, it's pretty good as long as he probably wants to be 2nd or 3rd. Don't want to roll it too far and still have to deal with 3 stones. So I think even if you roll in here, it'd be nice roll in front of some of those Cooey counters.
Hard. Good sweep.
Roll in.
I think.
Just roll in a rock or 2, yeah.
So it looks to us the Team Cooey sitting 2 right now. Once the removal of this stone is made, they'll be back to sitting 4, which, as you mentioned, is a bit of a hill to climb for Team Sluchinski for the rest of the end.
Weight's good. Yep.
They just can't ignore them. That's the key.
Weight's good.
Whoa, curl. Forward. Hard, Karek.
Good shot.
Okay, here's an opportunity for them. They grouped those stones. They got to use those, make a little freeze here, corner freeze maybe on the one that was just thrown.
Yeah, that's
Looks
the
like
call.
The call, yeah.
Throws into that yellow? Yeah.
But Cooey help you out by removing a few of his own, and
yeah,
maybe you can generate a 2 that way.
I think I can give last game.
Yeah, it's funny. We talk about Team Cooey sitting 4 right now. They're in a great spot, but right now it's actually looking relatively good for Team Sluchinski for the next. If they execute their shots, they should have a pretty easy time scoring a multiple, because as you mentioned, Team Cooey won't try to do anything risky, like by guarding one of their stones or something like that. So
line's tight. You gotta go.
They'll help you out, remove some of their own.
Hard.
They're on this one early.
Top 8 hard, good. Hard. Keep going. Hard. Keep going. Whoa. Just off that one a little.
He wants to chap off here a little. That's okay. I think they can get that through the hole.
I think it touches one of their own, but yeah, they can remove it.
Yeah. Right in the nose hard. Yeah. Might even be able to make double if he gets it through that hole.
Yeah, it might just carry him off enough and clip it on the way by. It'd be close.
Not an easy one to remove though. It's that shot was right in tolerance.
Yep.
Made Cooey deal with it.
You can throw P if you want. Yeah. Love that, yeah. Seeing like here.
So he's not bombing it here. Cooey's going to throw just a normal weight in case he doesn't remove it. He stays in the top of the forefoot somewhere. So it'll be another stone for Sluchinski to have to deal with in order to
something
score.
they have to address, and it's well thought out. If he hits this in the right spot, it'll still leave town.
We're going for nose shade, Brad, or what? Or just nose?
Dead nose, yeah.
Nose is ideal here, or a little low. You'll get away with it, but he doesn't want to hit this one on the high side and leave it in the rings.
Weight's good.
Normal.
Just about normal weight.
Curl. Lead. Yep. Whoa. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Shot.
Great shot.
Executed perfectly.
Not a lot of good places to go here now for Aaron to generate the two.
He's got to.
He could make the half come around.
Try to make
back
the come
four,
around,
but
yeah.
It's probably queued right up those outside yellows to remove. So there's not a lot of great spots here.
Yeah, unfortunate where that previous freeze ended up. If that was on something, we might have seen Kevin Cooey have to throw something hard, and then that may have led to removal of one of those yellows. But now it's not looking good anymore.
He's looking at maybe the nose triple here and try to bring that back one into play.
The one you're saying is way easier.
I think it's there. Does the shooter spin at all, though, Jeff?
Maybe. I think it's.
It could if you hit it in the right spot. I was thinking the nose hit one and try to catch that back 8 rock.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sliver high and you might roll onto that. That's probably the best result.
So hit the one that sits in the middle 8 foot there, thin.
Yeah.
Basically thrown for nose, sweep it out a little.
Yeah, looks like that's what they're playing, trying to catch that back one, and Cooey's still gonna have a double.
Yeah.
But you just have to hope at this point he misses the double, and you'll have a little tap out for 2.
Well, like we said, they're gonna need help in this game, so. I agree. This is probably their best chance.
Whoa, curl.
Oh, he didn't miss that by much.
Just one of those days for Aaron Sluchinski. That was about how much he missed the blank attempt in the last end by. Just a sliver.
We don't throw, I don't know.
You're probably going to see Cooey just split the rings here. And
yeah, I was thinking that too.
I don't see a whole lot for Aaron for more than one.
The draw path like way up here somewhere.
Pull the old bear.
They're talking about the throw through potentially, because there's nothing there now. So what are you going to do that's going to make it better?
No.
Make the draw harder.
I think up high is the only way we can give him something.
He doesn't have anything on these 3 yellows, eh?
That's the only thing I was looking at. If there's any triple there, but I don't see you getting all 3 of those yellows.
I don't think you can mess it up.
Yeah.
You can't make
I think the only mess up is here.
If you make a triple, he hits no.
Yeah, it's not this here. Like a guard?
Could even come like here,
yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I don't think that hurts you.
I think as long as they're deeper than that stagger situation to the right of the overhead as we look at it, there's no trouble.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're here, so.
Yeah.
Set up the quad.
Then there's the quad in that one spot. But other than that, Jeff, are you seeing anything else?
Play like a run quad, would he?
We probably don't.
Not really. I think he could split the rings. I think he could play the guard. This is one of the instances where you probably could just throw it through. But I don't see that triple on the yellows. I don't feel that you ever get all 3 out.
Well,
you can get 2 of them. It seems like one will always jam.
That gets into danger territory, though, Brett.
So here's
the only shot, and I still don't think it's there, would be a hard peel 8 a little bit high on your red and try to spin them both into the forefoot, but that is probably
a low percentage shot.
1 in 20 maybe.
Make it. Speed's okay here.
I think it's safe.
So is he calling the?
I think this path is just.
I think he's just calling to split the rings. Somewhere over in the side 8 foot.
Yeah, that was my first instinct. I think if you get it somewhere to the side of the 4 foot area, I don't think there's anything. As long as you don't stop on the center line.
Yeah, in your T line.
I think it's at least that good.
Yeah, I would say give us that.
The same as
like maybe same path. Yeah.
Same path. Yeah.
This is an interesting shot. There's not a whole lot of upside and only risk. So that's why the throw through even comes into question here as an option, because it might be the best option.
Yeah, T.
T.
Top T. Line's perfect.
We're there. We're there. We're there. Close press.
14-9. Hard, guys. Hard. Go, 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 go.
Bite the floor. Bite the floor. Good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
It might have shrunk the scoring zone by about half an inch, but called and made.
There's no shot there for 2 that I'm seeing.
No, me neither. Your shot where you slam the top red, maybe you have a catcher now over there for the second one, but I still don't think the contact rock spins then. So. Draw for 1.
Coming down a bit. Yep. Can't hurt it.
Settles nicely on the button. That's a 1-point score for Team Sluchinski. It's now 4-2 for Team Kevin Cooey going into the 9th end. They'll have the hammer.
Let's make sure it's on the center line.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
I missed a shot.
I made the wrong call. I didn't sweep hard enough.
We let you down.
At least that's what they say.
Like they want us to quit.
But that's not who we are.
That's not what champions do. Champions fight back.
Champions rise again.
Champions are resilient.
And make no mistake,
we are champions.
Gold Line, the choice of champions.
All right, 9th end here in our semifinal game. Winner goes on to play Team Botcher in the final this afternoon. Loser is finished. 1-point score from Team Sluchinski in the 8th end. They had some chances, and they were a little more aggressive, which is, Jeff, as we talked about, what we've been waiting for in this game, and maybe too little too late. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the case. He had some chances earlier on to try to generate something, and fortunately it was off. You almost got to make everything, and Team Cooey didn't really cooperate with him in the 8th end. They made a lot of good shots, and just Aaron had a tough time. It never really looked like there was ever a two in play.
So we were in full defense mode from Team Cooey here, and it's obviously steal or bust from Team Sluchinski. So
Just do it. Whoa. Just shy.
this could be an interesting end in the end.
Just shy, Kev.
Lots of room. Whoa,
Basically
guys.
same weight.
Yeah.
Just a rock short, maybe.
Right
Stop.
to it.
Sit. Sit. Oh.
So this is the Boston Pizza Cup, and what's coming up is Valentine's Day. So come down to your local Boston Pizza on February 14th and enjoy a heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's Day. $1 from each pizza sold goes towards our local charities that we support in our community year after year. So cool promotion. Jeff, you're probably going to take your wife Laura down there on Tuesday, get her a heart-shaped pizza.
Yeah, I might have to. Take the kids, make it an event.
Hard.
Boston Pizza's just been a wonderful sponsor of this event for so many years. It's nice to see supporting the local community.
Yeah, they must be going on 15, 20 years, I would think. As far back as I can remember, it's been the Boston Pizza Cup.
I've never seen anyone put home a Smoky Mountain spaghetti and meatballs like you can, my friend.
Yeah, I had my day. Can't do that anymore, but...
Good shot.
Excellent shot there from Brad Thiessen. Good to see. Big T making the double peel.
That's a great shot from Brad, and Team Cooey is going to like that. And Kevin's going to be happy with getting those front stones off right away, early in the end. Makes life a lot easier.
Hard line. Hey, halfway's good.
My half. Right on half.
Okay. That's good. Fine. Yeah.
Straight peel.
So we'll see the put up a guard peel for a couple more stones maybe, and then Aaron's going to have to shift gears, try to bring the play into the house for a steal.
Yeah, you got it, and it's hard to steal when plays all in the house. You need those guards up there, so they got their work cut out from here, and they need to do it 3 consecutive ends.
Yeah, at some point here he's probably just going to have to make Kevin Cooey look at a couple and hope for a miss.
That's going to be your goal for sure for this end, is make them look at a couple. Worst case, they get one, and you have one last-ditch effort to try to score 3 in the last.
That's tight.
Whoa. It's got to curl a mile. Dylan.
Whoa. Whoa then.
Yeah.
You want to get this to center line.
Good shot.
I think you just straight peel.
Yeah, just straight peel for this one, for sure.
Team Cooey just keeping it simple. No need to try to run that into anything. All that can do is lead to damage, so.
Good. Nice shot.
Probably one more, but you might see him make a move now.
Guard ours.
What's that? Yeah.
Guard ours.
Yeah.
So he's just changing where he's going to put the guard. He's going to try to guard his red one here.
Oh no! Don't touch it.
A little hot out of his hand here.
Don't touch it. Can't right now. Don't touch it. Okay, we're okay.
Whoa, it's fine.
Looks like it's going to be a little tighter, I think, than they wanted.
As long as they don't have the inside.
It's a good shot.
No need to try for anything more than the straight peel again here, I don't think. I don't think Team Sluchinski can guard one more time. I think they have to address what's in the house.
Deal.
Yeah, 100%. They gotta make a little tap freeze, or maybe try to freeze the pocket.
Nice shot.
They had a couple options here. It looks like they're gonna freeze the pocket.
Yeah, that leaves them in a decent spot. You'll see a heater come down after that to spray some granite, but again, that could lead to them sitting a couple at the end, and they need help from Team Cooey from this point forward. They need misses. This end certainly didn't produce any. It started with that brilliant double peel from Brad Thiessen. Really simplified this end.
Off. Just little tap. We can't bounce.
Acting like it's got a little steam behind it.
Perfect. It's got to curl a mile. Can't bounce though. Can't bounce. We're just bouncing. Hey. Just bounce. Can't bounce. Nice.
On its own, pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Ideally, they would have liked to have that curl just a little bit more, but I think it's good enough.
It's hard to get rid of that with one stone anyways.
You can't get rid of both of them.
Yeah.
That's the key. They can get rid of one.
And they could lose the back yellow as well, which would make that red stone in the top 4 easily removed on the next shot.
Yeah, I love that.
But mission accomplished from Team Sluchinski there.
Yeah, he might leave us a deuce or something.
I think you're going to see Cooey try to hit a quarter of that side red one and try to disturb those middle ones a little bit. Try to.
I guess, it's probably our easiest score, hey? Score for sure.
Are you trying to stick your shooter or no?
No.
Okay.
Just make sure they go.
Yeah.
So quarter rock.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're playing. Just they want to break up those yellow rocks, that pocket. So they'd like to obviously kill the side red one and go into the other red one and push those around, give them a chance to score. You're basically almost aiming for the hole here.
Yeah.
The hole of the red ones. There is no hole to go through, so
There's
you're
nowhere
to
miss.
Yeah, exactly.
They could hit a whisker of the top one. That's ideal.
Yeah.
Thinner the better, I think.
Yeah, you want to hit the top one ideally. If you do go by it, you might still kill that side red one, but you don't really want to leave it around.
No.
Girl. Straight. Yep.
It's close.
Hard. Shooter. Right up.
That's good.
Great shot.
Okay, good.
Yeah, got the bonus spike sticking around over there now too.
Yeah.
Hit it, I think, a little thicker than he would like to.
So tricky little shot here now from Aaron Sluchinski. He has to tap shot stone, obviously, because he has to sit shot after this rock comes to rest. So he has to tap this in such a way as to not leave an angle on the top 2 reds that can be easily doubled out. So it's almost probably throwing what would be his outturn and just a little low, I think would leave that result.
Yeah, 100%. He'll be looking probably back 4, back 8, wait, and just trying to hit it a little low and keep them lined up. Lined up's the key. Obviously, you got to be shot, but
yeah. Worst case is to stagger it on the top where he just nose hit springs both. Even if it does kill the back yellow, it would still give the 2 points to Team Cooey because of that little clinger off to the side.
2 points for Cooey here would be the win.
It's handshakes, yeah.
But having said that, he makes this good. It's going to be probably a draw to the side of the button for one, or try to blow everything up and see if he can spin both out of the house. But that risks giving up a steal too, and that's what Cooey does not want to do.
No.
Oh, just clean. Whoa. Curl.
This has got some curling to do here.
Curl. Straight.
Oh, there it goes.
Beauty. Nice.
Absolutely
good.
Perfect. He's even lying 2, which is probably a bonus on that line.
Do you think
I think he was happy just to try to lie 1 and keep him lined up, but lie 2's pretty good.
And that forces a hit now, because you wouldn't draw the side button against 2. You just make sure you get rid of one of these. And I'm not sure if that shot stone drags enough to clip the side of the yellow and lose everything.
I think you can spin this out of the 8 foot.
Yeah.
But it is lined up probably as good as you can. The only thing that would have been better is if the yellow probably didn't go back that far.
That's right. That's right. I think if you throw a bullet out turn center line side, you might lose everything in the middle there. Because it should drag down and not really dead nut on the back Yellowstone. So
it'll definitely drag down. It's just a matter of how far it goes. And
yeah.
I haven't been watching enough this week to see how these rocks have been dragging. Because every stones are a little bit different.
I want to say
you got about an inch and a half separation. We have a good angle from our vantage point here.
To like come off.
And if they are dragging pretty well, he might be able to get close to 3/4 and keep the shooter around to score.
Yeah.
Spin that other one out of the 8 foot.
The blank might be there. But
yeah, you might get the blank anyways.
Just play it to score. Yeah. Like a thick half.
See Brad Thiessen come down.
Yeah, I think it goes easy.
I've spent some time with Brad over the years, and angles is his thing. He's very good at it. And when Brad comes down and says something, I think everyone should listen, because usually he's really close.
Kevin knows a thing or two about angles.
I would think, yeah, I would think. He's going to whip this one.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
One yellow after all that.
No, it stayed in, Jeff, I think. I think it was 2. I couldn't quite tell.
I think that one bounced off the sideboards, did it not?
No, it was 2.
It was 2, okay. So that's handshakes. Team Kevin Cooey advances to the final. They'll face off in a rematch from last night's 1-2 game against Team Botcher. Excellent event from Team Sluchinski. They gave it their all. They came out today, gave it their all against a really tough team. Third place finish is nothing to hang your head about. So full marks to those guys, and congratulations to Team Cooey moving on to the final.
Yeah, it should be a good game this afternoon.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I'm Jeff Hoffert. Thanks very much to Jeff Walker to joining me in the booth, and tune in this afternoon for the final.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.